Today, Brent is tying up one of his highly productive baitfish patterns. This is the perch fly designed to catch northern pike. Pike fishing on the fly is a lot of fun. This fly is 6-inch long and easy to cast with an 8 to 10 weight fly rod. Pike are ambush predators and wait for their prey before attacking. This fly is tied to hover, and it swims erratically to turn on the bite. Brent ties the fly on a TMC 600 SP size 4/0 hook and uses white 3/0 flat tying thread. The tail is white extra select craft fur and enveloped with white polar flash. Medium gray Palmer chenille is wrapped on for a mid-shank collar. The body is flash in slinky fibers in dark olive, wild olive, and orange. The fly is finished with bone-dry UV resin and has 7/16" ultra eyes applied with marine goop.
Good day, everyone. Today on the bench, I'm going to bring you a nice little perch fly here for pike. I'm getting my pike box ready for spring. About that time, you have fish for pike, a lot of fun. They're a great adversary. We've got lots of them in Canada, northern USA as well. Over in Europe, very popular species. So let's get a hook in the vise and get to it. I've got a large tarpon hook in here. I tied a lot of them on that, mostly for the big eye. And nice light hook, very, very strong. Tempo 400s, I believe these are. Might have been Gamogasco. I used some of those too. So a bit of 3/0 flat thread on the shank there. We're going to come about to the point. We don't need to cover the whole hook here to get it done. Put a little super weld on there. JB super weld. I'll come in with some craft hair for the craft tail. Makes really nice tailing material. I use that a lot. That's one of my mainstays for tails. Craft hair. Trim that off so it's flat. And I'll envelope the shank of the hook with that. Get some soft turns. Get it caught in there. Got just a little bit of that. You can add more if you like. Bulk it up. We always, or I seem to, it's quite common to overdress flies. I just cut off a bunch of my old hooks. This hook here has been recycled. I had some flies that were way overdressed. I'm just going to put some polar flash on this side, kind of envelope the body as well with the polar flash. Don't take a lot of that to really bounce some nice colors. You can kind of tease that out as well. Okay. All right, then we'll come in here. We got a bit of a hump going there. We want to do that. I'll use some medium pearl gray here, Palmer chenille. And if I'm using some other colored flies, I want to have kind of a gill effect underneath the gills. I'll probably use some bright fluorescent orange or something like that, and it really shows through the pattern. For this perch, I don't need the gills. So I'm just going to fold that back. It just gives us a little bit of a taper, helps with the taper a little bit. And also, when I tie the materials on it, I'll show you how we get the taper quite easily. Get my other hooks and stuff out of the vise here, or out of the way. Now, we won't need any weight because I'm using the polar or the craft hair for this one. The accent, I'm going to be using some wild olive, just a lighter color, just a wee little bit. This H2O flash and slinky. And I'll just tie a little bit on that side, pull it over right in the middle, kind of let it envelope a little bit, just a bit of a transition from the green to the white. Now we'll come in, that'll be it for that color. Beautiful colorations. Got all that, the flash and slinky. I like using the SF fibers too. They got some nice material, but I like this Flash and Slinky because of the flash, and it actually looks very scaly, like scales. I think it's, remember if you've ever seen the product called Comes Alive, that's what it is. Now I'll take a pretty good nice piece of this darker olive, make sure my ends are tapered, come off the top here on one side, coming ahead of my tie-off point always. It helps get the taper. Coming off this side here off the top. I'll pull this side over this way on the top. Back from the eye a little bit yet. We're not done. So I just keep space where I can keep building my body. But you want a big body with very little materials. Okay, that'll work for that. And we'll come underneath here, get some orange, and then take a little smaller piece of that because I'm going to fold it over half. Taper the body again. I'm going to come over on the far side like I did on that top wing. We're going to do the belly the same. See how we got it caught just ahead of that other one? Now we're coming right off the same. Now there's a V on the bottom. Pretty obvious what I got going on there. And then we'll take another one straight off the bottom. And the reason I like doing that, spread that bottom out for sure. And I'm coming just ahead now. See where I'm right at the eye now? That carries that down. But what it does, it gives you kind of a flatter belly on your bait fish. And it seems that the fly likes to hover a little better. I've used this where I can fish these flies very, very, very slow for these predators that are hiding in the weeds, say for a pike or if it's a snook hiding in the mangroves or whatever else. You can leave a fly right and it doesn't sink. Doesn't have any action. It follows my fly line. So here now I've taken the green again, but I've cut it in half. I go on one side again, pull over this side again. Got a nice big head going on there. Then the last piece, I'll just put it on top, right on top. Pull on that, get some pressure on it. We get our thread to bite. Finish that up. There you go. Get nice tight turns when you got 3/0. This might even be bigger. It's flat work thread. I like that for my big streamers. Then I'm going to get some bone dry, Solarez bone dry in here. Finish off my thread. Make sure it stays together. We don't want it falling apart. We've got some very durable materials on these flies. You don't break them, you won't ever need to replace it or lose them. I'll just put the torch on that. Okay, we got that done. And what we'll do is I'll get a big brush, get everything back. Make sure nothing's trapped. Okay, there we go with that. And then I'll bring in, here's a new product I just found, this Sharpie paint. It's actually a waterproof paint, a Sharpie pen. So what could be better? Because these perch have definitely bars on them. So I get a little bit of attention on my materials, about as much as the water would give it. And I'll just kind of dap that on there, get four bars on one side, 4 on the other. You can use, I used permanent markers before, chart marker pens. Then you can just add a little bit on the top too. This is waterproof paint. Who'd ever thought? Always something new coming out. Found that in Michael's sporting or hobby shop. Okay, so there we go. Now we need the main part on a pike fly is good eye. This here I got these ultra eyes, 7/16 pupil on them. I put them towards the front, one on each side. Now what I do is I put a gob of marine goop on there. I've always used that for line my eyes. I need my bait fish flies, and I've never had them fall off yet. And you'll have a nice bug from the front. You'll see the profile of this fly is really good. Now you'll see it's off, kind of off cocked to one side. And there's a reason for that too. This fly actually will swim. I was shocked when I had my first one in the water. Diane and Dale and I were fishing snook. And my first test project fly, I tied one on for Diane there, and I was just shocked. The fly actually darted back and forth. So the belly, the taper on that helps quite a bit. And if it's not tied super, see there, that I'm holding the fly straight, and it's got a little bit of a curve to it, it's going to swim. It's going to be a little erratic. So that's another thing you can maybe give some consideration. So anyway, I'll get it in the tank. We can have a look at that, and hope to see you on the water. This is a real good pike fly for you. Tied many different colors, techniques. You can use it in salt wherever you want to go. Thanks again for watching. We'll catch you again real soon.
You can see how this large pike streamer is light and swims nicely behind your fly line. This fly works well with any pike line from floating, intermediate, type 3 sink, and full sink lines. The fly does not retain water and is easy to cast. As Brent has mentioned, is designed to hover in front of predatory ambush feeders. We thank Brent for tying up one of his most productive pike flies for us today. Brent has been tying for 3 decades and enjoys sharing his experience with others. It is always rewarding to see other anglers catching fish on his flies. He welcomes any suggestions or comments and can be followed on his Facebook page. We appreciate you visiting us again and look forward to having you back soon for some more interesting fly tying segments from our pro team. Make sure to visit our website often and follow our YouTube channel.